Barack Hussein Obama running for re-election by running against capitalism. Rush Limbaugh. Let me expand a little bit on what I was just talking before we get into this really, you're going to backfire. This Bain business. So many Democrats don't talk about private equity. Barack, we like private equity. Not only do they like it, they're in it. They're getting rich in private equity. And they are laying people off when they buy businesses. Obama's own campaign managers. I will explain this in mere moments. I want to expand here for mere moments on a point that I made right before the break. The stumbling out of the gate. And why? Why is the Bain thing backfiring on them? Why are all of these problems happening? Why is the Messiah seen to be muddling through? Why does he seem to be so blatantly political? Why is he so uncool and unsmooth now? How is it that Romney looks like he knows what he's doing and Obama does? This is what they're asking themselves. And I don't think most people realize the importance of the ObamaCare decision on the campaign. Forget whether or not they know the decision, because even if they've been told what a vote was, they may know it, but let's put that aside for a second. What they do know is that the oral arguments were a disaster. They know that every argument made on behalf of Obamacare that the public was able to learn about was horrible. An absolute train wreck. It was a disaster because there's nothing to say about it. That's why they had to pass the bill before telling anybody what's in it. They don't want people to know what's in the health care bill. And because of the oral arguments, the court, people got an idea, didn't like it. They didn't like it going in. Instinctively, a majority of the people didn't want it. Now, Obama's campaign is organized around events. And the reason for this is they have no record that they can run on. There is no mythological characteristic about Obama. He's not larger than life anymore. Now he's a guy who plays golf too much, goes on vacation all the time. His wife goes on vacation all the time. There is a new reality about Obama. He's no longer the empty canvas that you can paint whatever you want him to be on it. And so they're organized around events. A typical event, Osama bin Laden's death. That's an event. That's an event that they point to. It's an event that's driven much of their campaign. It's an opportunity to talk about something other than the jobs numbers or the housing market. And it's events like this that drive the campaign and, of course, the news cycle. But there isn't anything that approaches the level of Obamacare. And the big event in Obamacare is the court decision on whether or not it's constitutional. This idiotic column by this guy Rex Nutting saying that Obama is not the big spender we all know him to be. That event seized upon. And that horse is going to be ridden until it dies of exhaustion. And Obama's out there still trying to ride that horse. Guess what? There's a story in the paper the other day that said I'm not a big spender. And you know what? I'm not. I mean, it's a joke. But they're hanging on to that one with their fingernails, too. Obamacare, however, defines Barack Obama. It's the cornerstone of the forthcoming Obama presidential library. It's his place in history, and it is where he gets to transform this country. He's out there saying America has never worked. He means capitalism has never worked, and it's health care. It is Obamacare, fully implemented, that gives him the slam dunk opportunity to finally, in his mind, remake this country, transform it into what it should have always been. But it in their minds is hanging in the balance. They are not confident about that. This was his victory over America, folks. Obamacare was the victory over America. Obama at war with the America that was founded. Osawatomie, Kansas, he said this year, it's not working. It's never worked. America, capitalism. And Obamacare, that was the death knell. His victory over America, his victory over free markets, his victory over the Constitution. He has received countless toasts, tributes, congratulatory notes since that abysmal law was shoved down our throats. Obamacare's passage was nirvana for Obama. Now the campaign's frozen. The Bain thing's backfiring. This story by Rex Nutting is quickly becoming a joke. The point of the story is a joke, that Obama is the most responsible president in terms of spending since Eisenhower. I mean, it's a joke. Nobody believes it. It's not believed. The Democrats don't even believe it. And as I say, I've got stories from the past 3 years. I'll treat you to headlines to show Obama has desired more spending. So now the regime is consumed with planning how to handle the next event, and that's the court decision on Obamacare. Now, if it's unfavorable to Obama, that's going to require his team to massage his ego and his feelings. They're going to have to be managed. Some other huge event will be necessary to make him feel better about himself. Give the state-controlled media a reason not to talk about the health care decision for months. I know if they lose it, they'll turn it into a big campaign event. Exactly. Everything is an event with these people. I know what the campaign's going to be. If the court overturns this, and by the way, there have been a couple stories this week already aiming at Roberts. I know, Pat Leahy went nuts, but there were a couple of journalist stories, columns, Washington Post, I forget where, doesn't matter, really talking of the legacy of the court. And if Roberts makes this a 5-4 decision, then the court may as well pack up its reputation forever because it's going to be worthless. Well, they're trying to intimidate Roberts. They think Roberts is the place to go, not Kennedy. They think Roberts is the guy. He's the chief. They think Roberts is the one malleable. They think Roberts can be humiliated and shamed into honoring the court's reputation at the expense of the law. That's what they think. The reason they think that is because they behave that way. They will put themselves ahead of the Constitution. They will put themselves ahead of the law. Hell, they're doing it. The Senate's not authorized to spend money, but Dingy Harry's doing it. All spending bills have to start in the House. They're aiming at Roberts. But if the decision goes against them, you know what the campaign's going to be? 5 Republicans have taken away your health care today. They still have theirs. 5 Republicans today took away your health care, and it's going to be a huge campaign event. And there's a part of me that thinks the regime might not mind if that happens. But still waiting on this to happen. They are a little discombobulated. I don't know if they're so worried. I don't know that they're obsessing about it. But it is the next big event, and they are stumbling. Nothing is working. The unions are not going to beat Scott Walker in Wisconsin. In fact, they may be turning Wisconsin into a state for Romney. The Bain thing isn't working. The Obama is not a big spender thing isn't working. Obama isn't. Obama's out there. You know, this cow pie joke he made? That's akin to John Kerry going into that place in Ohio or Iowa, wherever it was, and looked like Johnny Carson's character when he made fun of a hunter. Is this where I get me a hunting license? John Kerry said. Well, here's Obama. Probably had to be told what a cow pie was when they gave him the joke.